Good afternoon. The Navratnas of the Sama Organizing Committee, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dr. S Kulshrestra from Geological Survey of India, hosted at Jaipur. GSI is a leading national survey agency which has been actively pursuing projects which aims at creating and maintaining geoscience, earth science database generated through geophysical, geochemical and geological mapping. The aim is to explore and assess mineral and energy resources. It is acting as a national repository of earth science data generated by various organizations and disseminating them in public domain for societal and educational requirements. The data acquisition is mainly done through geological mapping on 1:50,000 scale, 1:25,000 scale. Some of the other national important programs like NGCM, National Geochemical Mapping, Geophysical Mapping and Geophysical Mapping. The fundamental activity of GSI is mapping. GSI, since its inception in 1851, has been doing extensive mapping in various terrains of the country. It has almost covered all the accessible parts of India. The geological data collected by different workers through extensive field works is compiled on 1:50,000 scale, and a unified legend of various rock types and stratigraphy of India is being prepared so as to prepare a seamless geological map of India. These compiled maps are digitized on ArcGIS platform, and different attributes on lithology, structures and mineral occurrences are updated in geodatabase. Then the layouts are prepared in the form of maps for public use on GSI portal. These are appended with the short geological note of the area falling in the topo sheet, their legends and other accessories informations. The database of seamless layer are scrutinized before uploading in GSI portals for public through map services. This type of maps are created. This is a map of Ladakh district of Jammu and Kashmir. Now, further, some specialized thematic mapping is carried out to resolve problems dealing with stratigraphy, structures, tectonics, ore localization and conceptual modeling on various aspects including metallurgy. These maps are compiled quadrant-wise and digitized. Another important program, which is a national program, is a National Geochemical Mapping. It was pursued in 2001-2002. The main objective of the program was to generate a baseline geochemical database for multi-purpose use, like managing and developing natural resources, to identify new prospectives, area for possible mineral occurrences, to demarcate area for potential geohazard, geoenvironmental health hazards, and specify the cost for such alignment. What are the controlling factors which affect the geoenvironmental hazards? And the ultimate objective is to create a seamless geochemical map of the country. The main media for collection of sample are the stream sediments or slope fast sediments, which are collected on 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer unit cells. A composite sample is prepared by coning and quartering techniques of the 4 unit cell. This composite sample represents the properties of the 4 samples, adjoining samples. Now these composite samples are analyzed for 68 elements. The list is given. The analytical results of the composite samples are converted into GSI compatible format and uploaded for public domain through GSI portal. This is a location map of composite samples overlain on the geological map of India. And further, the contour map of the elemental distribution is being prepared. This is available on our GSI portal. Now, this map shows the geochemical contour map showing distribution of copper in stream sediment samples of degree sheet 45K in parts of Bhilwara, Ajmer, Chittorgarh, Pali, and Udaipur district. So the contour map, when overlain on geological map of the degree sheet 45K, it shows what are the formation, what are the rock type on which higher copper values are indicated. So it narrowed down our investigations. And this is the distribution map of copper in stream sediment samples. Now, this is another field, new National Geophysical mapping. It is being carried out to highlight the geophysical inputs on the projects of base metals, geotechnical investigations, and microgeological studies. Different types of techniques are utilized based on the different metals and investigations we carry out. This is an example of regional geophysical gravity and magnetic survey in Ajmer, Bhilwara district of Rajasthan. This shows the location of stations where gravitic and magnetic data were collected. This shows the geological map of the area. Here is the Bugar contour gravity map in Ajmer, Bhilwara district, Rajasthan. Some areas of high gravity and low gravity zones have been picked up. When these geophysical contours were overlain on geological map of the area under investigations, few more informations on the concealed faults were highlighted. Now, this is a very important information for us. These weaker zones may be may act as a conduit for new mineral deposits, which are so far concealed and not have been pointed out. They could be a weaker zones also, if we speak in terms of seismic studies or active fault studies. Similarly, these are the magnetic contour maps of the area where zones of high magnetite bodies are identified. These may be due to high magnetic body, sulfide deposits, so on. This is a geological map with contour of the area. These are the analytical signals of magnetic data showing areas of zones or linear zones of high magnetic susceptibility. Now, data acquisition through aerogeophysical survey. The Airborne Mineral Survey and Exploration Wing, AMSC of Geological Survey of India, designs and conduct aerogeophysical survey employing magnetic, electromagnetic, and radiometric sensors, data processing, preparations of geophysical anomaly maps, followed by interpretation, ground evaluation with prime objective of creating database in respect of concealed geological structural features for aiding discovery of hidden mineral deposits. This shows the area covered by aerogeophysical survey by GSI and other agencies. Now, another important program was taken up in collaboration with ISRO. This is geomorphological and lineament mapping. This project generated geodatabase consisting 3 layers: geomorphology, lineament, and field data, which are mosaiced to form a seamless layer and was uploaded for visualization in web portal of ISRO and GSI. This project has its application in environmental studies, integrated and water resource management, disaster management and mitigation, groundwater exploration and hydrology, mineral exploration, geoengineering projects, and seismotectonic studies. Now, we have been surveying since last 165 years. We have generated huge database on mineral, on survey, different types of stratigraphy. Now, what is the utility? We analyze this huge geodatabase, compile them. This has played an important role further in mineral exploration, ore deposit modeling, environmental hazard assessment and mitigation, and seismic microzonation studies. Since we have some proved mineral deposits in country, we do modeling based on the existing resources. We find out the favorable characters which are controlling the genesis of mineral in that area. By spatial geodata, this thing, we identify, since we also have a geological map of country, and structural map, and with this data map, we try to integrate these things with adjoining area where these favorable features can be identified. It is called modeling, and this roughly shows the model workflow, how it is done. We take favorable features from stratigraphy, lithology, fault, lineament, and other things. Then we club them, then see the setting where it is, what type of setting this type of deposits are found. And we look for a similar situation elsewhere in adjoining area, so that since when these deposits were identified, we didn't have much of data deeper depth. So now we are having those data. It can be integrated, and new mineral potentials have been, we are in a process to identify this thing. This was the mineral exploration model attempted in Singhbhum copper belt, and some area for further exploration has been identified by different techniques. There are some program for environmental hazard assessment and mitigation, like arsenic pollution in groundwater, Krishnanagar of West Bengal. Some by this on model we could identify the nearby area where arsenic problem is there, and how much to what effect the area is contaminated with this thing. This all is done on GIS platform. Seismic hazard assessment. This project was taken in Andaman Trench. All the seismic data was compiled to different sources. Then the configuration of Benioff zone, lithosphere and hinge fault, there were concentration of epicenters of different magnitude were compiled, and there were 3 clusters of earthquake epicenters were identified, and so we could say that these are low, moderate, and high density values. Another important use of this data, utilization of data in spatial analysis, is in microzonation studies. You might have heard in earlier also morning session, I think OP Singh sir was telling about data, this thing, disaster management. In 2001, there was a Bhuj earthquake, epicenter was in Bhuj, but damages was observed way ahead in 200 kilometer in Ahmedabad also. Why? Because the subsurface geology has a major role in that thing. So the microzonation study, we gather subsurface information. What is the basin morphology? What are the structures over there? What are the depth of water table? And we study the compactness of the soil column. When these things are clubbed with the geology and geophysical studies, we demarcate the area into zones within a city. So after Bhuj earthquake, Government of India has initiated a program on micro-seismic zonation of cities falling in seismic zone 3 and above. So we have completed, GSI has completed Ahmedabad, Gujarat, in Gujarat, then Jammu and Kashmir also, in Chandigarh, in West Bengal, some area is completed. So in this way, we are putting forward a map which can be utilized for our development. Now online portal geoinformation. Now how we are sharing this information for the public domain? We have developed a wide area network program in GSI portal. It is in operation since 2007. GSI portal has grown steadily. It has been possible to manage the huge geodatabase resources in a single repository and also to disseminate the same for the stakeholders. GSI portal now acts as a single gateway for providing reliable and geoscientific information to the government, industry and general public, as well as geoscientific community, and thus contributing the sustainable development of the nation. This is the homepage of GSI. All the informations are uploaded, and it shows it is categorized in different headings: Indian geology, clubbed with metallurgy, locations of important minerals, their descriptions are shown in this thing, and these are the other IGCP programs, IGC 2020. Now these are the different case studies. While doing field work, we come across some interesting field observations, which are not there, which are not sometimes part of our regular field FSP programs. So these are highlighted and shown on the portal, uploaded on portal for public use also and for educational institutes. There are some of the interesting sites in the country which are of geological importance, and these need to be protected. You might have seen in Bangalore, Lal Bagh. That is the very important site of banded gneiss complex, peninsular gneiss. In Mardihalli, we have a pillow lava, which is preserved. If that is washed away or that is destroyed by the common people, it will not be there. These are the examples which are rarely preserved, and these are declared as National Geological Monument. There are 26 such sites, and detail of all these things are uploaded as under the category of geotourism. While doing the field work, we do have take some important and significant geological photographs. These are really very good photographs for interpretation point of view. These are also uploaded and under the category of photo gallery, and descriptions of all such photographs are appended with them. See, this type of structures, when I used to be a student, we used to see in foreign books. We never came across such type of photographs. Now, with extensive field work, all the data is compiled and it is shown in the portal. Now, repository. Some of the, GSI is a repository for fossils, ancient life, preserved in the form of rocks and this thing, and meteorite repository for important specimens of rocks and mineral. The detailed information is categorized under repository. It is available there. Map published map under different segments like quadrant geological map, district resource map, coal field. Under different categories are also available in portal, and it can be assessed by public also, other scientific institutes. See, this shows the flow how we can download these maps. like Mohangarh quadrangle of Barmer, Jodhpur, Bikaner, view details, you get this type of information. Then this shows the map. These are the published paper map. And map interactive series is also there, in which you can get informations on these aspects through portal. This shows the geology of complete geology of India with metallurgy. You can find out the copper occurrences, gold and lead zinc occurrences. These are the reports. We have generated huge data. Thousands of reports have been generated in last 165 years. These reports are uploaded through field season program. There is one module in which we give the reports for public use. For public use means sister organizations. And some of the restricted reports, only abstract is given. This type of information, suppose it can be, these can be retrieved from region wise as well as on thematic base also. Now there are some important publications which are available online. Now what are our future plan? Now we are into development of integrated web enabled online core business integrated system. It will be launched soon. It is outsourced by Ministry of Mines to Accenture Limited, and the work is in the final stage. OCBIS is envisaged to be an integrated system with suitable MIS and data workflow mechanism to facilitate proper execution of core business process. The main objective of this visionary program is to incorporate state-of-art technology using all scientific and administrative processes of GSI, which can be managed and automated. Enable geoscientists in field through mobile device, offline, online, to access, update and explore the metadata and maps, reports and publication. And to have a single map interface to search for all available data of GSI in catalog service, which documents all spatial, both framework and non-framework database in files for document management system, attribute for geoscientific database. GSI will be integrated in this system for all geoscientific and administrative processes, data flow and mission, different missions 1, 2 and 4 and support system. This is how OCBI is single system for all GSI needs. This is a Panasonic tough pad. I have seen one stall is there of Panasonic. In OCBIS, we will be providing this Panasonic tough pad to all the field going parties. And they will be updating data in field online. And this data will further add to already existing database we have added. Since our GSI has been surveying for many decades, we have generated maps which are not on GIS platform. Ministry of Mines have initiated a program to convert all the paper map, published paper map and field maps on GIS format. Now these will all be available on OCBIS and will be downloaded for private parties or public domain. That will be a huge help for companies engaged in mineral investigation, for educational institutes. Since there is an advancement in the geology of India, some new features have been identified, new rock forms are, so these will be available for public use. Disaster management also, if you see in landslide that Badrinath, Kedarnath that happened, GSI was engaged in identifying locations where landslide is occurred and other potential areas. So there are different attributes for all such type of investigations. What is the slope? What is the scree material? How much is the scree material? So this type we have prepared the map. We have prepared slope map also. So we can demarcate the area with the help of our geodatabase to identify the potential areas where geo-environmental problem can occur. Only we are in a process to convert all our maps into a digital GIS format. And in this way, GSI has been endeavoring for building up this nation in field of scientific studies. Thank you.